Now, Dennis Rodman was on CNN earlier with some of his basketball friends. They sat down with Chris Cuomo on CNN to basically talk about the trip and why they're there. Now, there was a fellow basketball player that actually said that was talking basically for Rodman and the rest that were really trying to stress that, hey, this trip isn't about politics. We're trying to stay out of that. We're trying to play some basketball. That's all we really want to do here. That's what we care about. We're not going to get into the politics. And repeatedly, he stressed that we're not into the politics. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about playing basketball. Now, Chris Cuomo had actually continued to bring up Kenneth Bay. And, well, let me just go to the clip and show you what this was about.
I'm not here to fight with you guys. I respect what you're doing. I'm just concerned for the family of this man who is held there, and I am concerned, as many Americans are, about giving a birthday present to a man who is seen as a despot who just had his uncle executed. Dennis, let me end on this. You do have a relationship with this man. You've said it many times. We've seen it demonstrated for whatever reason. Are you going to take an opportunity, if you get it, to speak up for the family of Kenneth Bay and to say, let us know why this man is being held, that this is wrong, that he is sick? If you can help, Dennis, will you take the opportunity?
Watch this. The one thing about politics, Kenneth Bay did one thing. If you understand, I got it.
No, hold on. Let me stop that right there. You notice how he just keeps pushing that. Now, as far as the questions from Chris Cuomo, they're fair. They're very fair. I would be asking the same thing. Hey, you know Kim Jong-un, you're close to him. Why not ask to help get this Kenneth Bay back to America?
If you understand what Kenneth Bay did, do you understand what he did?
What did he do? You tell me.
Country.
You tell me. What did he do?
And no. You tell me. You tell me. Why is he held captive?
They haven't released any charges. They haven't released. They haven't released any reason.
Listen. Let me do this. I would love to speak on this.
Go ahead.
You know, you got 10 guys here. 10 guys here that have left their families. Left their damn families to help this country as a sports venture. Got 10 guys, all these guys here. Do anyone understand that?
We do, and we appreciate that, and we wish them well with cultural exchange.
No. I'm just saying, no, I don't give a what the, I don't give a rat's ass what the hell you think. I'm saying to you, look at these guys here. Look at them.
Yeah, but Dennis, don't put it on them. Don't use them as an excuse for the behavior that you're putting on yourself.
They came here.
You just basically were saying that Kenneth Bay did something wrong. We don't even know what the charges are. Don't use these guys as a shield for you, Dennis.
Listen.
Ain't no shield. I got it. Let me do this. Really, I'm gonna tell you one thing. People around the world, I'm gonna do one thing. You guy behind the mic right now, we are the guys here doing one thing. We have to go back to America and take the abuse. Do you have to take the abuse? Well, we're going to take it. Do you, sir? Let me know. Are you going to take the abuse? We're going to get it. But guess what, though?
Wow. All right. Well, first of all, that's not even the end of it. I'll show you the rest of the clip. But I just have to say, damn, that escalated quickly. I didn't understand half of what Dennis was saying. Something about like, yeah, we got 10 guys here, and they're coming here to do the cultural exchange or something like that, and just, okay, great, yeah. What about Kenneth Bay, who's actually been sentenced to 15 years of hard labor? Can you at least put in a word? I understand what Chris Cuomo is trying to say. And while I don't agree that he continued to, badger the issue, even though that's not what they were there to talk about, I still agree with the overall point that Chris Cuomo was trying to get Rodman to do. Now, Rodman, I feel bad for him. But let's just let's go back, watch the last clip, and then I'll tell you why.
one day, this door is going to open because these 10 guys here, all of us, Christy, Ben, Dennis, Charles, all these guys, I mean, everybody here, if we could just open the door just a little bit for people to come here and do one thing.
And Dennis makes a great point. The key is you can bait Dennis or any of us into
Charles, that's not my
conversation,
intention.
and
That's not my intention.
But that's not,
Charles, it's not my intention. It really isn't.
It really isn't. But let me finish,
please.
If that's not your intention, we've said numerous times that we're not here for any political aspects. We're not here to talk politics. So outside of that, any questions that come back through that is baiting to get us into politics. Charles, and that's not what we're here for.
Charles,
every man sitting here understands that.
Yeah, no, he's totally baiting. Chris Cuomo, you absolutely baiting. And that's exactly what I think Chris Cuomo was trying to do. Keep it real. And that's sort of why I feel bad for Rodman. You see, Rodman thinks that he's doing something really great. And he thinks that Kim Jong-un is like this super great guy. Right? And then he actually says, quote, "I love my friend. This is my friend." In regards to Kim Jong-un. You don't hear a lot of people say that. Okay? So, why I feel bad for Rodman is because, look, you've got North Korea is really good at doing propaganda, right? And Dennis Rodman's brain is addled from years of substance abuse. It doesn't take much. It wouldn't take much for masters of propaganda to swing Rodman to saying, "Oh, no, what are you guys talking about? This country's fantastic. I love North Korea. This is the greatest place on earth, I swear. It's not as bad as everybody kept telling me. I love my friend Kim Jong-un. God, he's such a great guy. He got me prostitutes and everything." Literally. That was one of his last trips where he got North Korean prostitutes. Amazing, right? But like I said, I still feel sort of bad for Rodman because he thinks he's doing something good, but he's really not. He's really becoming sort of an unwilling propaganda arm for Kim Jong-un and North Korea. And on top of that, he's a train wreck, so he's a media circus. And that's what Chris Cuomo was trying to do. Chris Cuomo brought him on CNN not to talk about the basketball. Of course not. He was trying to get Rodman pissed off to get ratings, at least in my opinion. While I agree with the substance of what Chris, and I know I said this a bunch of times, while I agree with the substance of what Cuomo was talking about, you can't deny that he was baiting Dennis Rodman into getting pissed off so that everybody would make a controversy about it. And look, it worked. It totally worked. And another thing I wanted to point out, too, is that during this whole thing, man, the guys behind him looked incredibly uncomfortable. Incredibly. Like, the guys around him know Dennis, okay? And so they're like, dude, keep calm. And he's like, no. I can handle this. I'm not a shill. I can handle this. No. Oh, Dennis, no. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. But he did it. And that's how Rodman became unhinged.